In the heart of Nigeria, where the sprawling landscapes hold tales of mystique and wonder, there existed an age-old rivalry between two mythical creatures, the Nigerian Bush Baby and Madam Koi Koi. Their battleground? The territories of boarding schools scattered across the country. How it all started. In the deep and mysterious forests of Nigeria, there lived a legendary creature known as the Nigerian Bush Baby, a physical and spiritual being that struck fear into the hearts of those who dared to venture into its domain. The Nigerian Bush Baby is described as a short, dwarf-like creature covered in hair and possessing a muscular physique. It is said to always carry a lantern and a mat wherever it went. For centuries, the Bush Baby has reigned as the king and guardian of the forest. Additionally, it has terrorized numerous boarding schools across Nigeria, Ghana, and other parts of Africa, striking fear into the hearts of students wherever it goes. At night, when students venture out to fetch water, they encounter this monster. It chases them, and they all run desperately for their lives. Students who sneak outside the school, attempting to break the rules, also encounter the Bush Baby and flee back to school in terror. It torments and terrorizes the students, causing most of them to fear going out in the dark at night. One day, as the Bush Baby completed its mission of terrorizing students at one of the boarding schools, it strolled back slowly and quietly through the forest. Suddenly, it sensed another creature like itself lurking around the forest. This was not common, so it was surprised and on guard. It raised its lantern to see who it was and asked, "Who is there? Show your face." From a shiny red light filled with smoke that almost blinded the Bush Baby's eyes, emerged a woman with a damaged, ghostly face wearing a red heel shoe. It was Madam Koi Koi. Madam Koi Koi, the red-heeled ghost, is a vengeful specter known for the ominous sound of her distinctive red heels echoing down the corridors of boarding schools. Madam Koi Koi, who used to be a teacher before she was killed by a group of angry students after she injured one of them badly, has been out for vengeance since then. She has also terrorized numerous boarding schools across Nigeria, Ghana, and other parts of Africa. The Bush Baby asked, "What are you doing here? Why are you here?" "This is my territory," he said. "How dare you venture into my domain?" Madam Koi Koi replied, "I don't care about you and your territory or how long you've been here. One thing I'm certain of is that I am on a serious mission, and nobody is going to stop me from carrying out my mission, not even an ugly dwarf like you carrying a mat and a lantern around thinking you own the forest." The Bush Baby was angered, and he said, "Woman, go back to where you are coming from and remain dead. You don't belong here." With that, the Bush Baby walked away from Madam Koi Koi. One night, as the Bush Baby went to a boarding school at night to terrorize the students and find unsuspecting victims, he heard Madam Koi Koi's heels echoing through the halls in the dead of night. He approached her and said, "You again?" Madam Koi Koi replied, "You ugly, evil dwarf. Yes, we meet again." The Bush Baby said, "But I asked you to leave." Madam Koi Koi replied, "You may be the king of the forest, but these school territories are mine. Vengeance is mine. All these students must pay for what they did to me, and my mission must continue." The Bush Baby had never met anyone who challenged him the way Madam Koi Koi did. Filled with pride and anger, the Bush Baby attacked Madam Koi Koi with his mat, as she also defended herself from the evil dwarf. It was an epic battle that caused the school to vibrate. Students heard sounds and whispers of supernatural beings in the air, sending shivers of fear through their bones, praying for the break of dawn. However, neither of these mythical creatures intended to back down, and the rivalry continued. The rivalry between the two beings escalated when a new boarding school, Unity Academy, was established on the outskirts of the forest. Both the Bush Baby and Madam Koi Koi laid claim to this new territory, each determined to assert dominance. As the first semester commenced at Unity Academy, tensions rose between the students as they witnessed the clash of these supernatural forces. Whispers of mysterious occurrences spread like wildfire through the dormitories, fueling fear and curiosity among the students. The Bush Baby, with its mischievous nature, played pranks on unsuspecting students, causing chaos and confusion. Lockers were mysteriously opened, books went missing, and eerie laughter and baby cries echoed through the halls at night. Meanwhile, Madame Koi Koi enforced her strict discipline with an iron fist even in death. Any student caught breaking the rules faced her wrath at night as she appeared suddenly in her red heels with her wooden staff, haunting the offenders of the school to administer punishment, flogging them at night while they sleep. The students of Unity Academy found themselves caught in the crossfire of this epic rivalry. The eerie cries of the Bush Baby echoed through the corridors, while the ominous clacking of Madame Koi Koi's red heels sent shivers down their spines. The Bush Baby, armed with its lantern and mat, used its cunning and agility to outsmart its adversary. It laid traps and ambushes, employing its baby cries to lure Miss Koi Koi into its clutches. Yet, Miss Koi Koi, with her formidable red heels as her weapon, proved to be a formidable opponent. She prowled the halls with a relentless determination, striking fear into the hearts of the students with each menacing step. The battle between the two legendary creatures intensified with each passing night, their clashes sending shockwaves through the school. Students whispered tales of near misses and narrow escapes, recounting encounters with the Bush Baby's haunting cries and Miss Koi Koi's chilling presence. As the tension between the Bush Baby and Miss Koi Koi reached its peak, the students found themselves caught during a battle unlike any they had ever witnessed. Dormitories became battlegrounds, with the Bush Baby's mat and lantern serving as its weapons of choice, while Miss Koi Koi's red heels struck with deadly precision as she always uses it to knock the Bush Baby's head due to its tiny structure. In the dead of night, the school was enveloped in darkness, broken only by the flickering light of the Bush Baby's lantern and the haunting sound of Miss Koi Koi's heels. The students huddled together in fear, their only solace the knowledge that dawn would soon break, bringing an end to the nightmarish battle raging around them. But as the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, the students emerged from their dormitories to find the school transformed. The corridors bore the scars of battle, with shattered lanterns and torn mats scattered amidst the debris. As the tension between the Bush Baby and Madame Koi Koi escalated, the students' fear reached its peak. Frustrated and desperate, they decided they had had enough. They couldn't bear another night of terror and uncertainty. Gathering together in solidarity, the students organized a protest to the principal's office. With determination in their hearts, they demanded action. They pleaded for their safety and urged the principal to intervene and rid the school of these terrifying entities once and for all. The principal, moved by the students' impassioned plea and recognizing the severity of the situation, called upon the local spiritual leaders and shamans to assist. Together, they devised a plan to confront the Bush Baby and Madame Koi Koi. On the fateful night of the showdown, the entire school community gathered, their hearts pounding with anticipation. The air crackled with tension as the Bush Baby and Madame Koi Koi faced off one last time. In a display of unity and strength, the spiritual leaders unleashed powerful incantations and protective barriers around the school grounds. The Bush Baby and Madame Koi Koi, realizing that their reign of terror was coming to an end, fought with renewed ferocity. But against the combined might of the spiritual forces and the unwavering resolve of the students and staff, the Bush Baby and Madame Koi Koi stood no chance. With a final burst of energy, the spirits banished the malevolent entities from the school forever. As the first rays of dawn broke through the darkness, the school erupted into cheers and celebration. The nightmare was finally over. The students, now free from fear, returned to their studies with a newfound sense of peace and security.